Hello vinyl community. Today I thought I'd make a video that was inspired by my friend in Israel, Mr. Eli, as well as a guy on Facebook who said that he only buys American pressings. He thinks import pressings are crap, and so he only ever buys American pressings. And I try to do the opposite, actually. Now American pressings are good, but especially in the late 70s and the 80s, a lot of American pressings were horrible. So, taking a trend that Mr. Eli did, I thought I would show my import Beatle collection. It's not huge, it's not anything amazing, it just is. It's nothing like Mr. Eli's, who is huge and did his by country. I can do all mine in one video pretty easily. First of all, I thought I'd just start with what I'm playing in the background. If you can hear it, it's not an import. It is a bootleg called Dig It. And I'm playing it because it's hopefully long enough to get me through the video. Okay, first up, I'm going to start with a few just sort of crappy kind of albums. This one is Birth of the Beatles. It's a Spanish record, and these were all over the place in the 70s, and it's basically the Tony Sheridan stuff. Next up is History de la Rock. The Beatles, same sort of thing. Getting a lot of glare there. Beatles with Tony Sheridan kind of stuff. Both of those are Spanish. This is German, more Tony Sheridan stuff on Contour Records. The Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan. This is actually a nice pressing, and it's in stereo. So that's kind of cool. The Beatles live at the Star Club, Hamburg, Germany. This is the original Linga song pressed in Germany. I only have one of these. There's two. The Beatles Rock and Roll Music. They did a Volume 1 and a Volume 2 a couple of years after the original double gatefold. In England, this might be the only one they had. And this is a British import on the MFP label. Now we get to a little better stuff. The Beatles, 67 to 70. This one is a French copy. Pathé Marconi, if you can see that. And it is also a French copy that is on, oh, I thought it was on blue vinyl. I'm wrong. It's just, well, I'll show the label since I got it out. There you go, the French version. French version of 67 to 70. Not on blue vinyl. For kicks, I'm showing these because they are pressed, I believe, in the Netherlands. I broke down and I got the Beatles 67 to 70, the new pressings, on Universal Music. And if anybody knows how the Beatles are on Universal Music in that part of the world now, I'd like to know this, because I don't know. So there's 67 to 70, and there's new 62 to 66. These are both still sealed. I haven't opened them yet. I haven't really seen the need. I've heard they sound great. I'll take people's word for it for the moment. When I really want to hear them, I'll open them up. I also have the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, the, I don't know if you call it the new soundtrack version or what. The one with 15 songs on it, all Beatles songs, and pretty sure that this is a German pressing. EU, I think, actually. And I have both of these. The Beatles at the BBC, the new versions. I thought I actually had the first version of the Live at the BBC, but I don't. And these are both pressed in the EU. There's the first one. And there's the Beatles at the Beeb Volume 2. This one has some rather crinkly corner damage there. I don't know if you can see it, but as a result, I got it for about 15 bucks. So I'm not complaining about that at all. Next up is this thing. I've never known what to make of it, but I kind of like it. It's the Beatles box. It's fragile, supposedly. I don't know if this came out in Europe ever. This copy is from Portugal. And I'll show you a little bit. The amazing thing is about it being from Portugal. Here's disc 1. It's an 8-disc set. The interesting thing about it being from Portugal is it sounds really good. It's a really nice pressing. It's on the Parlophone label. And also Columbia Special Products, which is another very, very odd thing about it. But it's kind of a cool thing to have. And I'm kind of glad I have it. Now we go to my brother across the border. See the Beatles Twist and Shout album. This is a Canadian album. It's their first album in Canada, and mine is very much a reissue on the Purple Capitol label. But still, I'm happy to have it. It's in really nice shape. Sounds great. The Beatles' Greatest. Every Beatles fan needs to own this album, and if you are a Beatles fan, you know why you need to own this album. This album has All My Loving on it with the hi-hat in the front, not removed. And my copy is German, and it is on a blue Odeon label. It's in stereo. And, like I said, every Beatles fan needs to have this record. Next, we have another Odeon album, German, The Beatles Beat. I think this was just like their second album, maybe third in Germany. Once again, the blue Orzu label, or Odeon label, excuse me. EMI Odeon there. I got ahead of myself. You need one of these too if you're a Beatlephile. The Beatles Magical Mystery Tour, the German Orzu Apple copy. Mine's a later pressing in stereo. There's the Apple label, the German Orzu Apple label. And it's just the clearest, nicest pressing. A lot of people don't know, but it's the German Magical Mystery Tour that they based the CD when they did it for the Magical Mystery Tour. And I actually haven't listened to my box yet, which I also have. That's a German, by the way, so I do have the Beatle box. It's German. I'm not going to show it, but I don't know if they're all German either. Somebody wants to tell me that. I don't know. But anyway, I don't know what version they're basing it on. It's easy to tell. There's very distorted piano on the American version of Baby You're a Rich Man. It's not there on the German. Okay, next we have a slightly controversial one. The Beatles Yellow Submarine in mono, Japanese pressing. Everybody says these aren't legit, and I'm sure they're not. It's on a black Odeon label. And it is also on, I don't know if it'll show up, blue vinyl. The thing about these are, A, this sounds really nice. It's probably just a fold down. But in Japan, the Beatles and everybody, unless you're Japanese, only has a 25-year copyright. Therefore, anybody can put that out. Therefore, it's a legitimate record in Japan. So, there you go. I showed this a couple of videos ago, but I'm showing it again because I love it. It's the Beatles Revolver. It is an original mono German copy. And it's got fold downs in the back. It's on Odeon Records. And I know I showed it last time or the time before, but It's on the blue Odeon label, and unfortunately, it's not mint. But I'm still really glad I have this little tear in the fold down. Whatever. We're getting near the end, believe it or not. The Beatles, Hey Jude. This is a Japanese copy, which I thought was pretty cool. It's got a nice glossy cover, and you can kind of see the Japanese label there. And it has, of course, the Japanese insert. All of the Japanese albums come with cool kind of stuff like that. I thought this was really interesting. The Beatles Love Songs, which is an American album. In Britain, they came out with Beatles Ballads, which was a single. But this is a British copy on Parlophone. It may have been made just for export. I don't know. It may have never come out in England. But there you go. It's a Parlophone label, Love Songs. It's in really nice shape. It's the only one I've actually ever seen. So I don't know the story behind this either. But it's really cool. The cover's glossy, unlike the American, and it's not, it's smooth. It's not raised or anything. But there you go. Parlophone Records. So that is interesting. I'm trying to save the more interesting ones for last. I had this album a long time ago. I got rid of it. I got it recently. I got another one back. The Beatles in Italy. It's not live. People think it's live. It's just an Italian Beatle album. Sounds phenomenal. It's on EMI Parlophone Records. And I'll show you the label. It's on sort of this blue EMI label. And it is made in Italy. And the original one I had was on a tan label. And I don't know which one is older, that one or this one. But I'm glad to have it back. Now last but not least, I don't think I ever showed this before. I love this thing. This is the Beatles, A Hard Day's Night. It's a Russian copy. Not only is it a Russian copy, what does it say it on here? It is digitally metal mastered. It's a DMM master. Now I don't know what they used for source material, but this thing sounds really good. There's your Melodia label. And this didn't cost me an arm and a leg, surprisingly. And I absolutely love it. So, there you go. That's it for my Beatle imports. Told you I don't have that many, but I couldn't just show my whole collection. That's out of control. Before I go, I want to thank you all for watching this and give a couple quick shout outs to Chris at Dixieland Farm, Mr. Eli, of course. Thanks for the inspiration, Mr. Eli. And of course, Retro to Mr. Dean. And I'm up to about 20 followers now, so thank you all. I know I don't even know who you all are, to be honest. I need to get on there more. I'm sorry about that, but I do appreciate you watching me. Check out my podcast, the Snap, Crackle, and Pop Vinyl Hour, at snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. And again, thanks for watching. Subscribe, please. And like this video, like the other videos, and I'll catch you next time.